Calculating percentages up front. On the surface, it looks real simple. Yeah, you take one item and divide it by the other and you get a percentage. But you look here, there's a whole bunch of examples. Why? Well, because there are common errors in defining what type of percentage you're trying to incorporate. I'm going to show you step by step how to calculate percentages correctly. Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Section 10.2, how to calculate percentage change, and a whole lot more. Here we have a situation where the current price is $3.21. It changes to 10%. Let's say you want to know the original price. The way you calculate that is you go to B5 here, the current price, B5, and you're going to divide that by C5 plus 1. Here's a neat little tool if you want to see this formula. Just use the function formula text. Formula text will copy the formula, and here it's formula B5. Now you can see what we did. Why is this different? If you turn this around, let's say your original price is $291, you multiply that times 1 plus 10%, you're going to get $3.21. I'm going to copy this down, roll down. And this is just for reviewing. Get an original price from percentage discount. Here we have $4.98, and we're just reversing what we just did. And here we have B15, and we're going to divide that by 10%. B15 divided by 1 minus C15 to get us a percentage discount. Why is this a percentage discount? Well, the original price was $5.53, and now the sales price is $4.98. We're just going to copy formula text down, Control V, hold your Shift key, and Control D. Get percentage change. Let's say sales were last month were 263. This month they're 75. That produces a 71.48 change. How is that number calculated? You take last month's sales, this month's sales, and you divide it by this month's sales. And to prove it, you can reverse this by going B25, which is the original amount, plus B25 times a D25. We're going to add formula text equals, I just typed in equals in the F, O, R, available options, the available choices, hit formula text, hit percentage change, scroll down, hit Control D, get percentage discount. Last month, 107. This month, 144, percentage change, 34.58. So there was an increase from the previous month of 34.58. How do we calculate that? This month's sales, last month's sales, divided by last month's sales. Proof, take B34, which is last month, times 1 plus D34, 34.58, and they match. Formula text, copy, paste, copy down, Control D, get percentage of total. Here we have a total. We just summed up here in B49, we have a total of 1144. If you want to structure this, you can just highlight this range, B43 to B49, go up to the ribbon, go over to number, hit parentheses, comma style. We just want this without decimal. Go over, hit the back number twice, and now we have 1144 structured. That's just the sum of this information. And we want the percentage total of this sum. We take 297, divide this by 1144. We have B43, divide this by B11. This is B43, divide this by B49. Here's the B49. Now you'll notice there's an absolute reference here. Why do we put that B49 reference, absolute reference? Because we need to copy this down. We don't want B49 to change. To just do a quick proof, this number has to add up to 100, the percentage totals. So we just sum this range here, B43 to B48, and it's 100%. If you want formula text, just enter formula text equals formula, hit the FOR. You'll see here formula text, enter C43, parenthesis, close, highlight D43, shift down, control D, copy down. Now this one can sometimes get tricky. The reason being we're asking for get profit margin percentage as opposed to get profit margin change. You'll read in some instances where the price minus the cost is divided by the price. And here you're going to see 15.20. Now that's a profit change. Now the profit margin, different calculation. We take C53 minus D53, divide this by D53 over here. You'll see your profit margin is 17.92%. To prove this, we're simply going to use the cost 424 equals 424 D53 plus 1. Why do we add 1? We want the full 424 times the 15.2%. Otherwise, you can just D53 times 424, and then you're going to go back and add the 424. We'll go 1, D53, 1 plus 15.2, shift. Now you'll see if we use the 15.2, we have a markup of 539. That would be our price. If we go to equals 424 times 1 plus 1792, we have 5. Just for clarification, some people will use a different formula in order to derive a profit margin, and it's the wrong number. And if you want to use formula text, you know how to do that. Just go equal formula text. And I just highlighted this in red just to point out the difference between a profit margin markup and a profit margin change. Be sure to check out all of our Excel courses. Excel data and text manipulation. We have an advanced beginners and intermediate course. Excel essentials. This is for individuals new to Excel. We have an advanced, excellent beginners, level 1 and level 2, and intermediate level course. Excel formulas, formulas only. We have a beginner, an advanced, and an intermediate level course. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out. Increase by percentage. Here we have an item. You have a cost of 12%. You want to mark it up 52%. What's the retail price? Here's C62, which is the cost, times 1 plus D62. We've gone over this a number of times. The retail price is $18.24. And to reverse that, you know what to do. Just go up here. You know you're going to have to divide 1824 by 1 plus 52 equals formula text. 1824, close, copy down, Control D. Percentage of goal. Here, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to divide C by B. And here we have a goal. Our actual is 1801 and B 72. The goal was 1801. What percentage of that? Well, we know 100%. If it was 1801 and the actual was 1801, then we know this would have to be 100%. But 1557 is clearly below 1801. And we want to know that what's that percentage of goal? You take C72 and divide it by B72. And you can see here in row C73, the goal was 1519. The actual was 1982. That's above 1519. And you know intuitively that it has to be above 100%. The answer is 130.48%. You want formula text equals formula text. enter the D72 and copy it down, Control D. Percentage of students absent. Here we have total and actual, P83. What percentage of goal is that? It's 54.65. Brad Williams, XL Prime.